you, turn on OBS. You're gonna want to watch this one. I do not like Soups. This guy's name is Soups. He's been around for, I don't know, 6 years or so. He just sits there and kind of, I don't want to say does what I do, because I feel like what I do is better. Not to sound cocky, he's annoying. He's a young kid. He got popular somehow. People got to follow him, I guess. Someone got to him. Or people got to him. He did something right? He did something right. His claim to fame for popularity, I know, was how much he kept saying. I think it was a brand new Far From Home or No Way Home. I don't know. Whatever it was, he kept saying like he had the date for the release. And he would make another video. Oh, I got a date for the release. And I got a date. And it was always like, oh, I got some inside shit. And it just became a joke with everybody on the online community. He got a lot of traction, and he's got viewers. I mean, he's doing his thing. I can't hate on his game. Like, I just don't care for him as a personality that I follow. I'm not gonna hit that follow button right there. I'm probably not gonna hit that. Like I do these other guys. I don't even need to follow them because I think they pop up in my algorithm. He actually popped up in it, and I was like, what, dude? I don't like this guy. He over-exaggerates when he talks about things. I want people to be real. I hate watching trailer reaction videos. And even Eric Voss, I think his name is, on New Rockstars. I like New Rockstars a lot, and I like him a lot. But I just hate because they have to, when they react to a trailer, they can't just sit there and watch it and wait and then go, oh, that was kind of cool. Oh, okay. They have to kind of talk the whole time, like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I see what they did there. Because like, if not, it seemed like boring. Like you could just watch a trailer like that. So I get you have to do that, and it's kind of annoying. Like I kind of want to do trailer reveals like that sometimes, but then I kind of don't because I don't want to be all like acting. Kind of, I want legit reaction out of me. Like trailers literally sometimes just give me goosebumps, and I don't know. Trailers is for a whole nother video. But anyways, this dude, when he reacts to things, is so over exaggerated. It's so over exaggerated. It's so fake looking. It's just not one of my outlets at all I go to. But this popped up. It's a brand new day. Spider-Man Brand New Day might have the craziest ending. Again, it's going to be, I'll say spoiler just in case it is a spoiler. So if you don't want to ruin it for you, if you're one of those guys that don't want to see anything, but yeah, so I'm gonna watch what he says. It's only a minute 21 long, so this won't be a long video. I don't want to rant too long about this guy. Yeah, so it said this, and I was like, all right, we're gonna have to see what he says. I've heard rumors, again, spoilers just in case they're real. I've heard rumors that Spider-Man dies at the end of it. There was a rumor as well that Tombstone gets the symbiote suit, buys it on like the black market somehow, and it gets to Peter, and that's how he gets out of resurrects him out of the grave, and we're gonna get that shot from Craven the Last Hunt, one of those comic covers where he's coming out of the grave in the black suit. That's what I heard. That sounds too good to be true. I don't know if I like that route for Venom. I'm not sure yet. But I don't know if that's what he's going to talk about with the craziest ending. There's been a few other things that come from this. Like, that's why it's supposed to be like MJ remembers and then he dies or something. Like, it makes it like a really tragic. But then he's not dead because, of course, we're getting another trilogy. And I love all the Spider-Mans. A lot of the people I post on here don't like all the Spider-Mans. Tom Holland's. I think they're all good. No Way Home, probably the best. 2's hard for me because Mysterio is such a good villain. They made him really good. Don't say Jared Leto. God forgive me. They just made him a good villain, and they made him work. Like, I would never think you could make Mysterio work in a movie. Like, he's just a director that uses special effects. But how they did this, they had a director basically having people do this costumes, do this and that. I could get all into that. That's a whole different story. And then Homecoming just was a nice fresh air of a new Spider-Man. Tony being in it was cool because it was a different way to introduce him. And Michael Keaton as Vulture. Again, I'm going to visit these again. Just, I don't know. But yeah, so we clearly, for me, I have a good feeling with Spider-Man. We're gonna keep knocking out, for me, bangers. I enjoy them, but let's see what he has to say.
Rumored ending for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it might be the most shocking ending to a Spider-Man movie yet. I really want to emphasize that this is just an internet rumor, so take it with a grain of salt, and if you don't want to know potentially anything about this movie, scroll off this video. So guys, back when Scorpion was announced to return in Brand New Day, the actor Michael Mando posted these two images, both featuring Scorpion with the black symbiote and with...
That's what I heard. I think, now, if anyone was interested in watching, I'm sorry I cut that off. We're gonna keep going, but I did hear that I did hear something about Tombstone got the black suit and he gives it to Scorpion to wear, but I didn't think that happens in this movie. I thought it was getting introduced in the next movie, but it's weird conflicting with the idea that Spider-Man dies and the symbiote brings him out. Why would it want to go to him? I don't know. I mean, they really don't give a reason in the comics why it goes on him besides he gets it out of a little fucking gumball machine basically. And it's just a symbiote suit, and that's all it was. And then someone else created, a fan wrote in the idea of Venom, and they took it and paid him, I think, $200 for the idea of Venom being a live alien symbiote. But so I don't know if they're gonna do like if it's from space or what. But I did hear something that the first Venom might be introduced as Matt Gargan, and I'm okay with that. I think we can skip Eddie. Eddie's kind of a boring guy to me in the comics. He's really good now in the comics, but during the 90s, the 90s series, I didn't like him that much. He was kind of a boring character. He just hated Peter Parker. He had a better life than him, and he hated him, and the symbiote bonded with him because the symbiote hated him too, hated Spider-Man for rejecting him. So it was a good story for what it was, but Eddie Brock never blew my mind until probably the last 10 years. I've always liked the symbiote. Like I always say, all my stuff around my desk is everything's Venom around my desk. Wolverine's my favorite superhero, but Venom I just connect with. The symbiote, man. The symbiotic thing. I like the symbiote. I don't like the people that play him. I don't say I don't like them. I don't care who's playing it. It could be really stupid, but I care about following where the symbiote goes. Matt Gargan, that was cool. And then, of course, Agent Venom's awesome. But yeah, so if they started off with Matt Gargan as Venom, I think that's a fresh take. So we don't have to recopy the Spider-Man Tobey trilogy. We don't have to connect to the Venom movie. That's a whole nother video. The Venom movies. We don't have to do all that. You could just start with Matt Gargan. We don't need too much history on it. Just get him out there as Venom, and then it finally gets to Peter somehow. But let's see what else he has to say.
Venom. This led a lot of us to believe that the symbiote will be somewhat involved with Brand New Day, and with this ending, they set it up perfectly. Apparently, at the end of the movie, Peter is presumed dead, and they even recreate this shot of Punisher carrying Peter's body after a major battle.
I think that shot is when what they're copying, or what they say, because this is clearly someone made this art. But what he said, the copying this art right here, someone already made this art. I think what this artist was trying to copy is when Spider-Man bails on, during the Civil War, he bails on Tony, and Tony makes the systems in his armor suit go all off in Spider-Man's armor suit, and Spider-Man's on the run, and he already screwed up, let his identity out, and then the Thunderbolts are hunting him down. The Thunderbolts are just crazy at this time. They have kill switches in them like Suicide Squad, but they're such a crazy time, man. I don't know how Tony let this happen, but they just were picking a any villain off the street, and the Thunderbolts were there was a legit team, but there was other people that were just villains they're using to hunt people down. So in the who was it? It was Jackal, not Jackal. I'm sorry, Jack-o'-lantern, and someone else. I know it was a Pumpkinhead that got blew off. But anyways, he was beaten to death by all these. Well, whoever was beating him up at Iron Man's place or whatever. He's in the sewers trying to get to, I think, Captain America's safe spot. I don't know how he knew about it. Who knows? I haven't read that in forever. But I know they find him and they're about to beat the shit out of him. And the Punisher shoots them. He kills them, the two villains. And he walks in like that, holding Spider-Man beaten to death. And Cap's not happy about Punisher being there. He's not happy that he killed those villains. But I think that's what they're reenacting is is that photo. Civil War, Punisher, Spider-Man. Let's say Spider-Man beat up. I always do these videos like I'm live, just by the way, so I can just pull up stuff while I'm doing it. People might hate this. Oh well, sorry, this is what I do. So this is, I can't get it to pop up right there. You can kind of see it. This is the picture that I think they're trying to copy. It's when it's the end of that issue. He walks in and with beat up Spider-Man, and then it looks like right here. I'm kind of in the way a little bit. It looks like someone's trying to redraw it. I don't know, but basically it looks like what it looks like is they're trying to copy that image of him walking with him, but I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I'm not trying to hate on him, but I think he doesn't. He's saying that they recreated this picture, but I think he's misthinking that this picture is recreating what happened in Civil War.
However, there's something that won't let him die, and the film ends with teasing that, and it sets up Spider-Man's return in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Yeah, that thing is definitely the symbiote, and we've heard that Peter doesn't really play a big role in Doomsday, but he will play a huge role in Secret Wars, which in the comics, he has the black suit during this time. Marvel has also confirmed in the past that they do have plans for the symbiote storyline, and this would be their way of setting it up and getting it started. Imagine the movie ending with Peter's funeral, and then a few hours go by, and in the middle of the night, we see him rise from the grave with...
Again, this is the rumor I read probably about a few months back. Again, it started with Tombstone getting the symbiote. They put it in. I guess reviews have came in already. There's been some screenings of Spider-Man Brand New Day that they say it's gonna go down as the best Spider-Man movie and probably one of the best fight scenes in MCU. That's hard for me to believe. MCU has amazing fight scenes, so I don't know what that could mean. Like right now, my heart's kind of going a little bit, gets me excited. I want to see it. I can't wait. I have panic attacks, so I'm hoping I can make it through and go to the theaters and see it without panicking. But anyways, that's off subject. But yeah, that's what I heard is Tombstone buys the symbiote off the black market somehow. He gets a hold of it, puts it on Scorpion when he gets his ass beat regular as Spider-Man, and then he fights him with the Venom Scorpion. Don't know what they're gonna make him look like or whatever. I didn't get that details in the rumors I read. And then they said we were gonna get this shot, which is from the Last Hunt run story where Kraven the Hunter buries him in the ground. But we're gonna get it differently because again, MCU does things different, and it's gonna be him coming out of the ground, out of the. But with this, in that issue, he's wearing the black suit. It's not the symbiote in that story. He's just wearing a black costume. There's a while that he just wears the black costume. The symbiote's not even in it in the story at all. He just likes the black costume, I guess. He's in a different state of mind. I don't know. But yeah, looks like that's what
the black suit, and Peter is back.
This is crazy, but more people have seen Spider-Man Brand New Day early at a test screening, and they're calling it the best live-action Spider-Man movie ever made. But there's just one.
Since we're here, Sammy J Reacts, who I don't mind. He does more reviews on videos. Yeah, he does like mainly trailers and maybe like, I don't know, clips. Like he doesn't do so much like things like I'll jump into where it's like a debate. He won't sit there and go like, you know, who could win in this fight or what's the better movie and stuff. He just kind of like reacts. That's what it says. So he reacts more to like videos and stuff. So follow this guy, Sammy J Reacts. Follow Soups if you feel like following Soups. I don't want to act like I'm just stealing all their shit and not saying to not go to them if you enjoy their stuff. Sammy J Reacts is on my algorithm. As you can see, it's down here. There's another one. Brand new day test screening are insane. Yeah, so while we're here, I thought this video was gonna be short. Let's see what he has to say because I just was talking about those reviews.
No problem. None of those people were me or you. Come on, Marvel and Sony. When are you gonna give a guy a break? And hold up, better than Spider-Man 2? I don't know about that. Hold on a minute, player. You got a little too much dip on your chip. I
got a whole nother video probably about Spider-Man 2. I watched it the other day. I got some thoughts.
Believe that when I see it. But if these details from the screening are true, it just might be. But not only that, we also got new footage.
Again, spoilers, just in case. I don't want people to get mad. If anyone does watch this, people may never watch this. I don't know. But I'm going to think positive and say everybody's going to come watch this because you guys all want to see me talk about stuff. You want to talk to me, and we want to talk about all this cool stuff. So it's going to happen. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. But let's see what he says. Again, spoilers if this is true.
For Spider-Man Brand New Day, thanks to Screen X, new teaser trailers that show some changes to the first trailer, and so much more, because it left some web fluid along the way, and y'all know me, if I get some web fluid, I'm about to give y'all a 5-star cartridge. But either way, me and you know what we gotta do, we gotta talk about it, because I want Spider-Man! First things first, rest in peace Uncle Phil and Uncle Ben for real. But let's get straight into it with this test screening reaction. And to catch y'all up to speed in case you forgot, they actually had test screenings for Spider-Man Brand New Day a couple months ago, which was confirmed by the director Daniel Cretton himself, to which John Campea also corroborated a report of someone who was at this test screening calling it excellent. And now another test screening has happened, and thanks to industry insiders, we got details from their sources who attended this test screening that are giving this movie rave reviews. And this comes to us from Lakers spammer who has gotten some reports right in the past, but mainly this test screening was actually corroborated by other sources, which adds even more validity to this report. But here's what this person who attended the test screening had to say about Spider-Man Brand New Day. The first thing this person revealed has me excited, but they revealed that this movie has the best single fight scene in the entire MCU.
You guys
which I'm not gonna hold you. I believe it because
you guys think I'm lying. This is stuff I hear and read too. I'm on here every day. I'm sure you guys are on here every day. You guys probably heard this. That's why you're here watching this, because you heard it somewhere else too. Not like I'm super smart or anything, but I'm telling you, man, this isn't no just people hearing about this. This is going on right now.
Do you see who's working on this movie? It's Destin Daniel Cretton and Jackie Chan's stunt team. Peng Zhang is the fight coordinator. If y'all thought the fight scenes in Shang-Chi were gas, just wait until y'all see what they do with Spidey. The creativity of these fights is what I'm most interested in. And I'm curious, they say fight scene, not action scene, so this has to be some type of hand-to-hand combat. Now, I predicted that this movie is easily going to have the best hand-to-hand combat in any MCU Spider-Man movie, maybe even any Spider-Man movie ever. I still think in terms of straight hands, Raimi's movies have the best fight scenes. And it sounds like they're able to get to that level and even exceed it, according to this person. The next thing they mention is that Sadie Sink's character, which they didn't reveal, but we all know it's Jean Grey, is the best character in this movie and one of the best characters in the entire multiverse saga. And on one hand, I love that for Jean Grey because, you know, her live action appearances haven't been the best. But on the other hand, it's like, this is Spider-Man's movie. Why is Spider-Man not the best character in his own movie? And of course, everything this person is saying is their opinion. So, you know, maybe we all will feel different. I still, obviously, am in a Meek-Lay Spider-Man. That's my GOAT for real. And the fact that they're doing an inverse of Spider-Man 2 makes me believe that he's going to be the best character. But I am curious and excited why they feel that way. Now, this person also said that this is the best live-action Spider-Man movie and a top 10 MCU movie? I don't know about that. If it was really the best live-action Spider-Man movie, it would be the best MCU movie. Because in my humble opinion, Spider-Man 2 is the greatest Spider-Man live-action movie and better than any MCU movie.
Oh, man. These guys go so hard up to bat for Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire. Oh, my God. It's good. But god damn. Better than every MCU movie? Am I reading the captions on this right? Than any MCU movie, I don't care what you argue with. Let's go.
I don't care what you say, argue with a wall. So I find like that statement kind of contradicts themselves, but like I said, this is this person's opinion, so maybe that means they hold it really, really high. And I also love that they didn't mention animated or live action, so that obviously means they still think Across and Into are better. But if that's the case, it's easily the best MCU Spider-Man movie, which is something that I predicted. I think it's easily already going to be the best MCU Spider-Man movie. No offense to No Way Home, Homecoming, and Far From Home. But I just trust this new creative team more than I did the old one. They also mentioned this movie has fire needle drops. And we know they're going to have Tame Impala in that bitch. I hope New York... This is crazy, but more people have seen Spider-Man Brand New Day early at a test screening, and they're calling it the best live.
The Mandalorian Grogu movie is very much a kids movie. Very, very much a kids movie. It's made for.
This is crazy, but more people have seen.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it seems like it's going crazy. I always worry about screenings because it's a small group that get to see these, and based on their reactions, they change stuff that happens in the movie, and they'll do reshoots for these things. So I always worry. I wish we could get a look at on like at least Blu-rays don't even sell anymore, but at least Blu-rays have us two cuts: the before audience and what you fixed. So I could be the judge going, oh man, that was so much better. They may not want to show that because they don't want to show that they messed up, kind of. So I get it, but I would like to see it and why they're getting to say, hey, you know, we're reason why we did this because of that. But I don't think people would want to admit to their mistakes. Mistakes happen. I don't care. Fix what you got to fix. I just want to know what you took. I wish I could go look it up. I don't want to take time away from the video. What movies, at least MCU movies or even DC, that a test screening they didn't like, so they took it away. Oh, I know one thing was Hulk was test screened, turning into Smart Hulk at the end of Endgame instead of just appearing at the Infinity War. At the end of Infinity War, you can find the footage. Black Widow finds him and he merges with him, and that's it basically. And they talk a little bit and he says, yeah, I mean, the big guy worked it out or some crap. But I agree, it would have totally slowed down the pace. It would have took the beat out of how things were happening, where things were just falling down. We're getting tragedy. It was Empire Strikes Back. Everything bad was just happening. And just to have that moment of like, look, things are getting better, kind of would have messed it all up. And it was better for just Smart Hulk just to appear in the next one. So that's an example of test screenings that, you know, people didn't like it and they automatically went and just took it out. I don't know how they changed it, if they shot it differently with people disappearing and their reactions were a little different or something like that. I don't know what they had to do, or they just shot it or whatever. Who knows? I don't know how much it affected it. But again, I don't want to rant too long on videos that aren't supposed to be that long, especially that I'm going to clip some of this and put it on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, so a lot's going on with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Very interesting. Soups talked about the ending. Again, I heard that. I think multiple sources are claiming that. So I think it will happen unless it gets bad testing. See, I don't know if they would change it that much if it did happen. Because I think the only problem with this is like Man of Steel with Superman dying. What's that, Man of Steel? No, it was Batman vs Superman, right? Sorry, I'm not a Snyder guy. With Superman coming back out of the grave or whatever, seeing his grave and like shake or does something. That's the only thing I don't want to see that compared to. If we get if we get that visual of him coming out though, in that black suit with the grave, man, that might be something to see. And it'd be good to not do a whole like they're dead. We'll see the next movie what happens. It's more like a way to be like, oh, he's back, and something's gonna happen. Like the next one, we want to know what's gonna happen, or in Secret Wars, what's gonna happen. Because so far, in every leak, and I haven't spoken about the leaks of Doomsday, Spider-Man is not involved in it at all. Only Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's involved in it. So yeah, if they go with that, it'll be a crazy ending. I don't like the idea of killing him off so quick, but I guess it's to give us a little bit of tragedy, because I think MJ is going to believe him and realize that things are going to come back to her or something, and then she's going to automatically lose him again. And if they do the scene with Punisher walking with him too, that would be sick. That would be sick as well. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully we can all talk about this. Again, check out Soups if you like Soups. Definitely check out fuck his name again, Sammy J Reacts. They have good videos. Sammy J I see a lot of the time. But yeah, this is gonna be a lot to sit on, a lot to weigh on, and we'll just see. Turn in OBS, no editing. Whew. Let's get my heart rate going. Can't wait.